There are creatures in this world that only a few have seen yet. They have never been officially recognized. Welcome to UMA, a video series about unidentified mysterious animals. Today, we're not talking about a creature from the deep or something covered in fur. We're talking about something that walks like a man, but isn't. It has no wings, no tail, no face we recognize. Just thick legs, leathery skin, and a shape that looks like it stepped out of another era. It doesn't roar, it doesn't fly, it simply walks across roads, through shadows, and into silence. This is the mystery of the Arica Beast. It was a dry night in late July, just outside Arica, a city in northern Chile. Army officer Hernan Cuevas was traveling with his wife, 2 children, and a driver along the Pan-American Highway, a long, quiet road that cuts through one of the most lifeless deserts in the world. They were passing near a landmark known as the Guardian when something unexpected stepped into their headlights. It was walking upright, gray skin, no fur, strong legs. It moved quickly across the road, not like a person, not like an animal they recognized. The driver hit the brakes and the car jolted to a stop. Then a second figure appeared, smaller but similar in shape. They all saw it clearly under the moonlight. Later, Cuevas's daughter would describe it in just one sentence. It looked like a dinosaur. No one had an explanation. They didn't speak much on the way home. But something about the moment stayed with them. The speed, the posture, the feeling that what they saw wasn't supposed to exist. And then, just days later, another family came forward. Their story didn't just match, it escalated. If the Cuevas sighting had stood alone, it might have been forgotten. But just days later, another family came forward, and their story made the mystery deeper. About 2 weeks earlier, Sergeant Carlos Albert was driving with his wife and 4 children past the same Guardian monument. Around 9 p.m., strange shapes appeared near the car, first at the edges, then keeping pace beside them. In the back seat, Carmen Diaz remembered a sudden shift in the air, the road, and the silence. Then, through the window, something rushed past. It looked like a bird, she said, but with the face of a dog. 2 more crossed the road ahead. Fast, silent, wrong? She couldn't tell what they were, only that the moment froze her in place until her mother spoke. Teresa Diaz, in the passenger seat, had seen more. She said the creatures were running with the car nearly 60 miles an hour. The family kept quiet until they saw the Cuevas report. The match was too precise. Same place, same speed, same impossible movement through the dark. And as their story surfaced, someone else was already listening, a local journalist who'd been following the trail. What he uncovered wouldn't stop there. As sightings made headlines, a local journalist named Fernando Pereira began connecting the accounts. He'd covered strange stories before, but this one felt different. Soon after his first article, a shopkeeper from Cuya contacted him. A truck driver who regularly traveled between Chile and Peru had seen something strange in June, weeks before the Cuevas sighting. It crossed in front of his truck near the highlands. Just a glimpse, but the size and movement matched the descriptions now in print. That report opened the door. More voices followed. Drivers, shepherds, even soldiers. Most had stayed silent, afraid to be dismissed. But now the details were aligning. The same stretch of desert, the same fast, upright movement through open space. Some saw figures, others heard sounds. All felt the same thing, that whatever was out there, it moved with purpose, and it was enough to draw attention from beyond Chile's borders. In 2009, 5 years after the Arica sightings, a U.S. investigative team arrived in Chile. It was led by Josh Gates from the show Destination Truth. Their goal was simple: to find out if something unexplained was still hiding in the desert. They began by speaking with key witnesses, Hernan Cuevas and Carmen Diaz. Both shared the same details as before. Carmen even drew the footprint she remembered. 3 thick toes, deep and wide, not like anything she'd seen. The team searched the area with night vision and thermal cameras, setting up traps and sensors near the Guardian Monument. Nothing showed up on film, but during their sweep, they found something else. Remains from a recent animal kill and a large footprint pressed into the ground. They made a cast and brought it to Los Angeles, where paleontologist Luis Chiappe examined it. His view was cautious but clear. The shape matched known dinosaur prints, especially those from iguanodonts. He couldn't confirm when the print was made. It might have been ancient, exposed by erosion. Still, the track was genuine. Whether it belonged to something long extinct or something still alive, that was still unclear. But what if it wasn't just a misidentified animal? What if the creature wasn't natural at all? When the sightings first appeared in the news, some scientists quickly offered simpler explanations. To them, this wasn't a dinosaur or an unknown species. It was likely a case of misidentification. One theory pointed to the greater rhea, a large flightless bird native to South America. Rheas run on 2 strong legs and leave behind 3-toed prints that, in the right conditions, can look remarkably prehistoric. Paleontologist Luis Chiappe himself supported this view, suggesting that the creature people saw may have been a rhea moving fast, distorted by dust and moonlight. Others suggested escaped exotic animals, maybe an emu or ostrich from a private farm. Some blamed suggestion or memory distortion. In the desert's emptiness, it's easy to misjudge what you see, but the witnesses didn't agree. Driver Dario Riquelme was especially clear. "It wasn't a bird," he said. "It wasn't anything I've seen before. The shape, the skin, the way it moved. It didn't match any known animal, and no theory explained the footprint they cast. Something had been there, something physical, which led to a stranger possibility, not about what the creature was, but about who might have put it there." As more theories circulated, one stood apart, not about biology, but technology. Spanish investigator Ramon Navia claimed to have spoken with anonymous sources linked to the Chilean military. According to them, what people saw near Arica wasn't a creature at all. It was a holographic projection, part of a classified test near the border. If true, it could explain why no body was ever found, why sightings came and went so quickly, why the creature appeared in one moment, then vanished into darkness. But the theory had limits. Holograms don't leave footprints. They don't keep pace with speeding cars, and they certainly don't make people feel watched in the middle of the desert. The witnesses weren't describing light. They were describing something solid, something real. So if it wasn't a hologram and it wasn't an ordinary animal, what was it? And more importantly, why has it stayed hidden for so long? The Atacama Desert is one of the driest, emptiest places on Earth. No rain, no forests, no rivers. Yet across several nights, different people described seeing the same thing. Something gray, upright, fast, and unfamiliar. Explanations followed. A bird, a trick of the light, a leftover from prehistory, even a military test, but none fully made sense. The footprint was real, the fear was real, and the feeling lingered that something appeared briefly, then vanished. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe it was something we've never classified, or maybe it was never meant to be found at all, just stories left behind. And in a place as silent as this, even a story can echo for a very long time. So what do you believe? Was the Arica Beast ever really there? Or is the desert simply better at keeping secrets than we are? If you enjoy mysteries like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Until next time, stay curious because not everything strange needs to be explained.